Is the water in the shot?
And this one's the yeah, but it's okay.
Huh?
Not
No, I
in the
wanted it to
shot.
be in the shot. Yeah. Like,
All right, let's see
oh
a
my
little
god.
intro, Tony, real quick before we forget.
Like,
It's Tony Close with 8Day
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, but.
All right, and we're going.
Yeah. Yo, what's up? This is Tony Poses with 8Day Entertainment, and I'm interviewing.
Amali.
Uh, so, how's your day been so far?
It's been good, putting in work. I was working today and went to practice afterwards, and now
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. It's
No,
been
yeah. Thank you so much for being a part of like our whole studio process that we're doing. We're trying to still iron out things and whatnot, but you had a really good. We had a really good conversation with Christina earlier, and like I would like you to, I guess, re-explain to the audience. We have, what was your day today?
Oh yeah, so pretty much. Also, thank you for having me. This
Mm-hmm.
is actually really exciting, but I mean, pretty much how my day's been. It's just I work at the Moody Center now, so I've just been bartending part time, so I have actual time to put into my music. So I was working, and then I got off. I went to rehearsal with the loop, and yeah, now I'm here.
No, that's
So
dope. I mean, going into music, what are some of your inspirations for your music in general and your writing process as well?
my inspiration in terms of like people, or just in general.
I guess in general, musical inspirations, the people close to you.
Mm. What really mostly inspires the things I write and like my process is just really just like what I'm feeling in the moment, and like I think I really just write about where I'm at in the present time. I just um yeah, it's just I don't know how to explain. Like I always have like even a conversation like this usually like sparks an idea,
Mm-hmm.
like just like a phrase or a thought that I generally just I don't have like really a set process. It's just like, oh, this feels good.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it just
It
sounds
just
good to
it just
me.
hits you.
Yeah, in whatever time, like really you put me, and even at work, like I was saying, like this job that I have now kind of is a little more mindless than what the jobs I used to have before,
Mm-hmm.
because I was always like management, boss, doing, very structured things for other people, and
Yeah.
like taking on a job that I'm just like there for the work and like leave. That's kind of a relief also. And even at work I get inspired. I always bring my notebook everywhere. I'm like a very like a old school, like I write things
Right.
down.
Yeah.
So like if something sparks, you know, my or whatever, my creative juices, then I'll just like write it down.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know, it's just conversations, people like remembering the experiences that I've had, like yeah, that's pretty much what inspires it all.
And speaking of inspirations, like what inspired you to write your latest single? Because I saw
Oh
some of
yeah.
the visualizers for it, and it looked like you were trying to tell a story. So I kind of wanted to know more about it,
Oh
like in
yeah.
general.
Okay, so dang, How You Feel was written in 2020.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was actually a long time ago that I recorded it on GarageBand. I didn't know anything about like production or anything. I was
Uh
just like
huh.
I just have this like hook in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pulled up a beat from YouTube, and I just like pulled up the beat. I learned how to put it on the DAW, like on GarageBand, and I used my iPhone to like record it. Um, and so that was just like the start of How You Feel. It was actually based on a situationship, if you will. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a full relationship. It was a situationship I was in.
I would hate those for real.
Yeah, and basically the story of How You Feel is like I'm just such like a lover girl. Like I just like a hopeless romantic, and like usually
Same.
the situationships that I've been in the past, they've just been I just feel like I have a lot of effort that
Mm-hmm.
that I give, and like other people are just like I'm here, like I have the package, I have this person, like I'm not gonna put any more effort into it. So like kind of like that feeling of also the second one, hold on, that feeling of like like tell me more about like how you feel about me, and I don't know, I'm just like a very expressive person, so
No, I
when
feel you. I think knowing what the other party like, if you're interested in somebody, they don't really express it. They may have said it that they are interested in you, but if they don't elaborate, it leaves you so in the dark. So I understand that and
Yeah.
relate to that 100%.
Yeah, so that's really where that feeling came from. It's just like being in the situationship, and one situationship in particular just felt like what am I doing here? Like either tell me how you feel or like I'm out. Like cuz we all have love in us, and I just think people don't know how to like you know, pour that out or really explain it whenever they're in that. I don't know. You know, it's a hard feeling to like it's a complex feeling, I would say.
No,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I was about to say that. It's a very complex feeling in
Yeah.
general. But I really like the single. Like I
Thank
had it
you.
on loop. I had the snippet on loop too on Instagram. Like literally had it on loop. So I was
No
like, it was
way.
yeah.
You know, it just is crazy. I love the feedback that I've been hearing on how you feel because at first I was just like really, it was so personal to me. I didn't think that I would even put it out. It was just like a diary entry pretty much. And
Okay.
so for a long time, I was just, I always like written poetry and stuff and like just, just pretty much it was always like diary entries, how I feel like it. So that song I didn't think they was gonna make it out, and like whenever I started teasing it or like showing people my song, people were like, "Oh yeah, like, I like it," and I don't know, I wasn't expecting that feedback and people to actually like relate to it so hard. So yeah, anyway, it's just really nice to hear that
No,
it's
yeah.
people hear it and like hear the message and like see what I was trying to do. So
No, that's good. I feel like that's like the longevity in music is writing something relatable that the audience can basically resonate with and share it with other people as well. That hey, I really like this song by one of my favorites, and that's how people start, becoming fans of your music because they start resonating with your music. If it gets them in a certain mood or makes them feel happy or sad or etc. etc.
yeah, I agree.
And we had talked before as well. You said you lived in Korea for like about 5 years.
Yeah.
South Korea?
Yeah, South Korea in Seoul. So my dad was actually in the military.
Mhm.
I grew up a military child, so I was born in Germany, and I lived in
What?
Yeah, I lived in Germany for like 10 years of my
Mhm.
life. But my family is originally from Puerto Rico, so I'm fully Puerto Rican. But I was born in Germany, and a little bit of German. Like I feel like I'm European at heart.
Mhm.
But then after Germany, we moved to Korea. I was in high school in Korea, and then I graduated. My last year of high school, I moved to Texas. So yeah, I was
What?
only here my senior year, and so from senior year on, I've been here. Yeah.
That's like what, like 2015?
2017, yeah, I graduated 2017. So
No, yeah. Damn.
so yeah, it's just been kind of crazy being all over the world in different stages of my life, and so that's why I feel like, so new coming into music because actually didn't know that I was gonna be doing music at this point in my life.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you the same way because I was like me in like 2016. I wanted to make music since 2016, but I was so scared what other people were gonna say about me getting into like hip hop in general.
Mhm.
Like so, but sometimes you just gotta say like F it. I gotta just move. Like I gotta go forward with it and forget what everybody else is saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm coming to terms with now too. Cause like I mentioned before, like I was just always like work, work, work.
Mhm.
You know, like I went to college for business management, thinking that I was gonna like own my own business, which technically being an artist, it is that. You know,
Mhm.
life just unravels things like in your face. But anyway, so I went to school doing business. I thought I was gonna do some marketing work or something, and anyway, I just like pivoted my whole entire life now, to doing music, and it just feels right. Like I think everything that I've done in the past, whether it was like related to music or not, really has shaped me professionally and like shaped me to like be the artist that I really always wanted to be. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I agree with them.
I remember when I first saw you at a Bella's bar with Johnny Park at his show. Like I thought you were like years. Like I thought we had like a couple albums out or something. Like
What?
I'm being like genuine right now, and like I thought you
That's
were
what's up.
established. Yeah, I thought you were really like established artist because it was like you know me running into a lot of female singers like in Austin is I feel like it's a little bit more rare like than because I feel like there's a lot more hip hop female artists in Austin than
Mhm.
like actual singers. So like hearing you was very refreshing and also just
Thank you.
like I said like I thought you were like already like maybe a couple of years doing music already like
Mm.
and you were like yeah I'm dropping my new single this year and I was like what like I thought
What?
yeah that was like me in my head like
That's funny. What? I appreciate that. That really means a lot. I mean, I think I do have some musical background. Like I grew up. I did choir when I was younger. I've always just been singing. Like I just always loved to sing, and so like I didn't think that it could be a career for me. But like once I don't know. I did choir. I did band. I used to play bass clarinet when I was in middle school.
That's dope.
Yeah, and then I did theater as well. So I would do acting in school. I've been like in so many plays in like the community
Really?
theater. Yeah, I did like Sound of Music, and then I did 101 Dalmatians and Beauty and the Beast, and what's that? Oliver Twist. It was just like the classic, you know,
Hmm.
uh, theater plays. But I just love being on stage and singing so much. But I don't know, writing my own music was just something that took me a long time to like wanting to share it because it was so personal all the time, and I I don't know, I never thought that people can actually relate to it because it was just like like I said, a diary entry. So yeah,
I feel you.
I'm glad I made it out the pages.
No, for sure. And like, do you have anything coming out soon? Like, and then maybe like a small EP or
I'm
another
working.
single?
Yeah, I mean, I'm working definitely to drop more singles. I have a few lined up, that are gonna be coming out this year. I have at least two that are gonna be coming out this year. But in terms of a project, I just feel like I'm so focused on like learning my sound right now and like you know, getting in the studio, getting the reps in and stuff. So like, I don't have like a full I guess, layout of what the project will be. But I think in time it's gonna come. Definitely this year. Like I think the idea for it. But really, I'm just right now focused on one song at a time, since I want to be really intentional with it. Since like I think my life has been redirected so many times to the path that I'm on now, and I feel like this is the path that I've always wanted to be on and was meant to be on. So
Hmm.
yeah, like I said, I just want to be really intentional and like craft it the way that it needs to be.
No, yeah, that's dope. I think in general, a lot of artists do struggle, like in the very beginning of what's my image, like what should I even write about, and then that's like me as well. Like I want to express myself creatively when I'm writing, like, but I feel like I always have like I had a huge writer's block like last year, like in the summer of last year, I was like nothing was nothing was flowing. I was like,
Mm,
I was trying to force myself to actually come up with something, but sometimes you just have to let it go, and you just have to when it comes to you, it comes to you.
yeah,
And that's like how I am as a creative, like spontaneous as well.
me
So
too.
like
I'm spontaneous as fuck.
hearing that like from you, I feel like not a lot of people would relate to me like that in terms of being very spontaneous with what you create and stuff. But I think it's like a blessing, is also a curse, because like it could it could hinder your consistency. Like if
Yeah.
the ideas and you get writer's block and stuff. So like, what is one way for you to come up with ideas spontaneously or to trigger them? Like, do you have some sort of like method, or if it's just you
I
know
actually, yeah, I just put myself in the space to be able to put my like ideas in place. So like I've been learning production a little bit, so
hmm
that's helped me like understanding how do I actually record this? How do I actually like put this sound in my head? Like just at least a little bit. That knowing more about like the technical side of music actually helped me create I guess full songs, because I struggled with like finishing a song. I always like wrote many songs, but they were never finished. And so like until I came to a point where okay, now I can communicate at least to somebody else like what I want this to sound like or to look like or whatever. So like I don't know,
hmm
just learning first like the technical part helped me. But also sometimes I just like set a vibe. Like I love being alone sometimes, and I'll just like be sitting in my apartment. I'll put like a nice little mood light, I don't know, do my little. I have a sound bowl, so sometimes if I'm
hmm
really like intentionally, sometimes I'll be like bing, do my little sound bowl, just get myself in a moment,
hmm
you know. Smoke a little bit if I need, sip some tea,
get the vibes going.
yes, just get the vibes right. And then, yeah, just like putting myself in the space to, for anything to flow is really what helps me, like get the creative juices flowing.
No, yeah.
Like, yeah, because sometimes, I mean, like, sometimes you want to write a certain, like, write an idea. Okay, like, I'm going to write a song about this relationship I was just in. I can't really do that. It's just like, whatever, whatever flows in the moment.
hmm
I just like try to catch it, and I'm like, okay, let me write this down. And if I don't finish it, I'm okay with that too. Like I'm not trying to force myself to like finish something or like, have a certain idea. Like at least just putting pen to paper, putting in the time is good enough for me right now because
Hmm.
it's just the practice, it's the reps, really. Um, that's just gonna help
No,
me to
yeah.
get better.
And like just continuing to write as well. Like that's what also helps with getting better because like come up with a hook faster or come up
Mhm.
with a like verse. Like I feel like I know how to write a hook for a song, and I came to the realization of like you don't even need to rhyme in a hook sometimes as well. You can just if it's catchy enough to the audience or to yourself, like you can just put that out there. But it's like structure and writing verses down is like the thing that's for me that I'm trying to work on more as an artist and just trying to figure that out. And like you said, like picture the music in your head and getting it out there like on a DAW or on GarageBand or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think also like learn like being in school and learning more about like just music in general, like how it's composed and all of that, helped me understand how to finish it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because before I was just like freestyling all the time. And I'm just like, I mean, you can freestyle all day, but sometimes it's just, it's not going to be,
It's not gonna be as good.
yeah, it's not going to be catchy. It's not people are not going to like, receive it the same because it's all about like, the vibes anyway. So, yeah, just learning about like the how to compose an actual song also helped me to be able to like finish and get to that creative space because okay, now I know what a bridge should sound like or like a verse and a chorus, post chorus, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like knowing those terms because before I didn't I don't know, I didn't think of that. I was just
Hmm.
writing my thoughts and ideas.
No, I feel you. I think for me, like figuring out that was like because looking up Genius. Like I don't know if you ever use like Genius.com. Like it look up some of your favorite artists, like lyrics and stuff. But that used to be me back then with, especially with like Eminem and Kendrick Lamar. I would always look up their lyrics on there and stuff, and I would be like, oh, that's how I kind of figured out that like writing structure in general.
Mm,
But like you don't even need to be confined into a certain writing structure. If you want your hook to be 8 bars, it could be 8 bars. If you want it to be
literally.
4 bars, it could be 4 bars into your 8 bar verse or your 4 bar verse, and then back to the hook again, or a pre-chorus, and then
Yeah, I
from there.
agree.
Mhm.
There's no structure to it, but there is structure to it. So
Mhm.
you just gotta learn really like what you're working with.
Mhm.
So
And then I have another question. Like, who are some artists you want to collaborate as well? Like in Austin, like.
in Austin, yeah, I'm really new to the like Austin musician scene. So
Mhm.
other than a few artists that I've been starting myself with, like I have a song right now that I'm working on with Bianca Bilo.
Mhm.
It's,
Dope.
it's really fun. I love that one. And I also have another song with Isis Destiny from the Lover Girls.
Mhm.
I mean, other than them, like I don't know many other people and artists. I mean, in artists in Austin.
Mhm.
Yet, but I'm getting more out there. So yeah,
Mhm. I think that's like
we'll
what
see.
most important, like just to branch out as an artist in general, and like going in the artistry in general. Like, what are some like struggles or hardships that you faced like in this journey so far?
Oh man, we were just talking about that actually. It's like a lot of growing pains and like
Mhm.
because I feel like I'm still so early in my in my career of music, like shedding the old you. Like I was not doing music. I was just like focused on working, paying
Mhm.
my bills, like surviving pretty much. And so like shedding that layer of me and like knowing that things are still gonna be okay, wherever you're at, but you're fulfilling yourself by creating. Um, shedding that. And also like there's this little bit of imposter syndrome that I've had. It's because it's like you're receiving a lot of attention that you didn't
Mhm.
receive before, and then you're in like a certain light that you were not used to.
No,
So
yeah, no, I agree
although
with you.
although I'm like such a people person, I love connecting and networking and talking to people, but like being an artist, it's like a different level of awareness, I feel
Mhm.
like. So yeah, that has been it's like I do deserve the things and I have to remind myself that, but like being an artist is like you're receiving so many good things and like so much feedback and so much like left and right people telling you things. So like
No,
yeah,
yeah.
just knowing that you're grounded and like where you're at and everything, like yeah, I don't know, that's just been a little bit of the struggle, but I feel good within myself, like knowing that it's only up. Like the more consistent, the more I keep creating, the more I like keep collaborating and being in the spaces. I I only see success in me and like the people around me. So
No,
that's
that's
really,
good.
yeah.
No, it's always good to keep like that small like circle around you of people. Like it's weird, it's tricky because like you don't want to have people that are yes men in your circle. You want people that like, also hold you accountable and like
Yeah.
critique you and stuff like, oh hey, you should do this a little bit different as well. And in general, like getting that attention is like it can be overwhelming. Like at first, you
Mhm.
do want that recognition and like that respect. I think every artist wants that. Like they want that. But sometimes when it's too much, and sometimes when you just need to take a step back and be like, okay, like it's separating you from like the artist in general. Like that's how
Yeah.
I look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I love, like I said, like I love talking to people, chatting it up and everything. But when the attention is on me, I'm like, ooh, I'm shy. I'm shy. Like being on stage makes me shy, but I love it at the same time.
Mhm. No,
I-
I feel you. Like the nerves of just getting on stage and just like performing because you don't know who's gonna mess with it, who's gonna rock with it, who's not
That's,
gonna
yeah.
rock with it. But it's like at the end of the day, I feel like if you just put your heart out on there and you're being yourself, basically,
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't matter at the end of the day what anybody says. Like you're on stage, even if
Absolutely.
like they're critical or nitpicky or like, oh,
Yeah,
you're.
it takes guts
Mhm.
to get on that stage and sing. And, like, it's so, like, for me, the reason also why it took me so long to, not so long. I mean, I'm still young, but, in my mind,
Mhm.
it's been overdue. But it's also because, yeah, it's so personal to me, like singing and like singing my own thoughts. Like I love doing covers of other people. When it's singing my own thoughts and my own words and my own music, it's like, wow, this is so personal. Like you're in my mind right now.
Mhm.
So, but I've come to really be okay with that, and like knowing that other people receive my music like in the way that you told me as well. Like it makes me really happy, and it makes me only want to do it more. So
Mhm.
yeah.
No, yeah, of course. Like you never know who's like watching out there.
Oh
Like for
yeah.
sure,
Yeah.
you never know what's watching. Like never know who's watching. So I feel like in general, especially for me, like curiosity of just keep if I keep going, who's going to be by my side and actually maybe take me to the like next step or elevate myself and
Mhm.
or even give me pointers and stuff on like how to like take my artistry into a different level in general. That's what I look for in like the music, because it is the music business, but it's also we can all as artists we can also take the business side out of it and just let it be music, let it be
Mhm.
our art, and just let us express ourselves as we need to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't have to worry about that. We do, but we don't need to worry about that business side.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is a lot. You wear so many hats, just like a regular business. Any
Mm.
other business too. You just have to be the boss. You have to be the manager. You have to be the creator. All of that.
Mhm.
One funny story that just came up in my head really quick is, y- so when I was younger, I did a talent show and I sung
Mhm.
"Girl on Fire" by Alicia Keys, and it's so funny. Like I came to the point like this girl, and my voice cracked, and I think it was in like sixth or seventh grade. My voice cracked, and I like literally like stopped, and I left the stage. Like this was
Oh my
in middle
god.
school, and like
Yeah.
people were like Natasha, like chanting me to come back, but I would not come back because I was just like so nervous. That was like one of the first times I ever been on stage. So like coming from that to like now being
Mhm.
booked for shows and stuff like that, like I don't know, I'm really proud of little me because I would have just stayed off the stage, like
Yeah.
my voice cracked. Oh, people think that I suck, all of this, like, just all these internal thoughts that came up. Anyway, I just thought about that just now because it's been a long time, but yeah, anyway.
We're our own like biggest critics when it comes to just the music process and like stage performance and stage presence in general. Like, oh man, I should have done this better. Or, like things are even out of our control. Like
Yeah.
mics messing up. I've had that happen to me a couple times where mics have messed up, and I'm still performing. And people, I literally have told people after I've gotten off stage like, hey, my mic just cut off. Like, but I was still
Mhm.
keeping the show going. As long as you just keep the show going, I feel like nothing else matters. As long as
That's what I
people
learned
know.
from that instance. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, if I'm still gonna do this, I need to be on stage, so it don't matter if I mess up. So that was
No, yeah.
definitely a learning lesson. But it's funny, like thinking back that I was that shy. I just did not want to come back at all.
Hmm.
I came back though. I did finish the song.
No, that's
Yeah.
no, that's really good. And then, what do you have plans for like this year, or for even South by? Like, you're gonna do anything for South by?
Yeah, I have three. Oh man, so I got somehow I got blessed with an opportunity with a record label that's here in Austin. It's called Superwoman Records, and
Ooh.
they reached out to me like a while ago, said that I was nominated to be part of their like cohort, or to compete to be in part of their cohort or whatever. So
Hmm.
basically, the South by Southwest show that we have is to be for the top three artists, to be in their cohort, and that opportunity would give me money so I can be able to make things happen, which is
No,
like
yeah.
crazy. They're a nonprofit label
Oh, that's dope.
for women specifically, and so I don't know how they found me, but I don't care. I'm so happy they found me
No,
because
yeah.
just the amount of things that I can just, we have our performance and, we have still yet to compete, but I don't know. I have faith that whatever happens for a reason. But anyway, if I do get to be a part of that, like, I just expect a lot of music because the thing is, I mean, I have a lot of songs like are already in the works. It's just like I just got put in the studio time and the
Hmm.
technical stuff that comes with it. But really, this opportunity will help me leverage my network, the people that I already collaborate and work with, like like to be able to put my thoughts and ideas into actual like music and actual content. So
Hmm.
I'm very very excited for that opportunity and that show. Um, but yeah, so I have that coming up. So
No, yeah. Hope that goes well for you, and
thanks.
I'm hoping that they actually like pick you. Like,
Thanks. We'll see.
it'll happen. It'll happen.
Thanks.
We gotta manifest that. But we gotta start wrapping up here. So where can people like find you and find you on social media and all platforms?
Yes, my Instagram is natasha.amali, natasha.amalie, and my artist name is Amali, which is my middle name, so you can find me at AMALI on any streaming platforms.
No, yeah. Thank you so much for being a part of
Thank
our
you.
podcast, a little podcast,
Appreciate
and
it.
shout out to the Loop as well. And this is Tony Postas with 8 Day Entertainment. Thank you so much for everybody watching, and thank you for being part of our show
Shout
once
out to
again.
8 Day. Thank you.